Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadillo.com. I am a digital marketing specialist and my YouTube channel consists of different videos about digital marketing, how to have a successful blog, how to make money online through your blog or affiliate marketing or passive income. And I will also be sharing videos on Etsy and Etsy tutorials and how to make money on Etsy as well, and tips and tricks I have learned. The reason I'm giving you like a little background of myself is because I've been in the industry for over 9 years now, and I have learned a lot and made a lot of mistakes as well. And the topic of this video is more on Etsy sellers, especially for those that are just starting as an Etsy seller. I belong to a lot of forums online on Facebook and other forums. And the common thing I come across is a lot of new Etsy sellers are struggling and they're saying, I'm not making money on Etsy. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I did everything I was supposed to do, and I'm not making any money. That's the main concern. And while I did Etsy for the first time in 2016, my first year when I did it as a case study because I started noticing that a lot of people were making a lot of money selling stuff on Etsy. I don't have I don't make t-shirts or I don't make jewelry. So I didn't have anything tangible to sell. So I started doing research and I saw that other stores had digital prints, which basically is I'll make you like a wedding sign, send you the digital file, and you print at your local printing shop, such as Kinko's or FedEx. And I started noticing that a lot of the stores were making a lot of money using that process. Um, Through a lot of trial and failure, a lot of learning new things I've never done before. Like, for instance, I've never used Photoshop before. Um, so that was a big thing to learn and to maneuver and go online and look at tutorials and teach myself how to use Photoshop. At first, I wanted to pull my hair out because I couldn't figure it out. And it would take too long to create one order because of my learning window where I was at that given moment. However, one thing that I always tell people when they do Etsy is that you are going to have trials and failures. You are going to learn, through failures, basically. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to create listings that you think look great. And then 6 months down the line, you look at it again, you say, "Ooh, I could improve this listing. It doesn't look that great." And you're going to go back and change them. And you're going to go back and optimize it better and put the keywords in the right spot and add more of a listing description that is better in depth, that you're explaining what you're selling in detail. And this is the process of selling on Etsy. And in pretty much in anything you do in life, in the beginning, it is going to be hard. It's going to take a lot of work from your end. It's going to take a lot of time that you study new things, that you learn new things. There's no magic button with Etsy or anything you do online that guarantees that if you just open the store, put a couple things, that you're going to start selling money. It doesn't work that way. If it did, then everybody, will make six figures or more on Etsy. It would be an easy process for everyone, obviously. So I wanted to make sure that this video doesn't come off like I'm trying to be rude or talk about anyone, but it just gets very tiring to see people say, "I can't make money on Etsy," but they haven't done the grunt work of it. They haven't done the SEO keyword research. If they have, they haven't invested the necessary time to actually learn it. They just say, "Okay, I'm gonna put keywords here." They just find keywords from anywhere and they just put a keyword, and then they don't even create a listing description correctly, and they don't put any details on the shipping fee or exchange. They're not using great pictures, but then they expect to get a sale. So the first tip would be, make sure that when you do an Etsy shop, that you do your SEO keyword research. Make sure that you understand what SEO is, because you could sell beautiful items and have a beautiful shop, but if you're not doing the SEO correctly, you're not going to make any sales. That's just the bottom line. You might get a couple sales from your social platforms because you're promoting it there, and maybe you get a couple clicks and people will buy. But this doesn't necessarily mean you'll get sales either. So the first thing would be to make sure that you are doing the grunt work for SEO. Make sure that you understand how it works. Make sure that you do a lot of research. Make sure that you're paying your dues, basically. I mean, you could read it, someone could explain it to you, but until you start applying it every single day and be consistent with it, that's how you're going to learn about SEO and how to do it. Number two, there's a lot of people out there claiming to be SEO experts. Oh, I do it this way and this gets me sales. And make sure that whoever you're listening to, have a counter sales. Make sure that the person is not just telling you, oh, well, just put your keywords in the tag. Make sure, maybe ask them for help. Maybe tell them, can you give me an example of my listing? What would you do differently in this listing? Just don't listen to every person out there. You will get confused. You will get overwhelmed. And you probably wouldn't do the best job at your shop because you don't know where to start. Too many people are telling you too many different things. I've noticed that people telling other people, oh, you should do it this way. And then when I go and do it, I analyze their Etsy shop and review their tags and the tags or keywords is the same thing. Keywords. They're like putting keywords are too high competitive. And so their store is not even optimized correctly, but they're giving sound advice to someone else to do it that way. So just make sure that you follow SEO practices, friendly practices that are basically for anything you do, like blogging or Etsy or Amazon. It all consists of the same thing. They're all plugged into the same search engine, Google. So just make sure that you are looking for those influencers that really know what they're doing, really know what they're talking about, and listening to those people. Number three would be, the tip number three is make sure that you take the necessary time to make your shop the best it could be. Make sure you have a nice banner. Make sure you have your About Me section filled out. Make sure you write a killer description. And what I mean by that is that you have everything and anything a buyer might think of as a question. So you have the description of the item, what they're receiving, what size, the dimensions, the shipping, the return policy, if you have any. Have everything in one spot. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get those random people that will still ask you questions even though you filled everything out. But it does help you increase the likelihood of someone buying the product from you because you have all the details already in there, in the listing description. The fourth tip would be make sure your pictures are great quality pictures. Make sure you have a nice background, preferably a white background if you have one. If you sell clothes, have a couple pictures of the item, of the t-shirt, let's say, and then have other pictures of someone wearing the actual t-shirt so people could see how it actually fits. But most of all, make sure that your pictures are clear, not blurry, and they look nice, because the first thing someone will see before they read the title and before they read the listing description and before they click, they normally will see the actual listing and how the picture looks, basically. That's what I was trying to say. So if you don't have something visually that looks good, the likelihood of them clicking is going to be a lot less. So just make sure that your pictures are amazing. Okay, another tip that I could give you, tip number 4, would be to make sure that if someone messages you about an order or something that they're interested in buying from your store, respond right away. I know that we all have busy lives. We have kids, or we work a full-time job. Because of technology nowadays and having a mobile phone that you could download at the Etsy seller app, you'll have access to your phone right away whenever you get a notification or an alert of someone asking you about the product. Try to respond as soon as possible. I respond within less than an hour, sometimes within minutes, to be honest. And majority of my sales do come from responding to customer service, because we live in a world that everybody wants everything now. And believe it or not, the same person that emailed your store to ask you about a sign, they probably email like 5 other stores. And whoever responds first will get the sale. That's how it normally works. It has happened to me before with one of my girlfriend's stores, and they emailed me the same question they emailed her. And it was just by coincidence that the question was so weird that I was talking to my friend. She's like, oh my God, that has to be the same client. And we went and looked at the name and actually was. So it just shows you that people want everything now or as fast as they can. So whoever answers the quickest will get the sale. And I guarantee you that for my personal shops, at least what I've noticed is that out of 10 people, if I respond, out of 10, 7 might buy from me. And if they don't buy at that given moment, they always come back. So it's just giving customer service. People forget about customer service. They forget, if someone says, hey, can you do this in blue? Just don't answer with, yes, I could do it in blue. Just be like, hey, how are you? Thank you for stopping by my store. Yes, I could do the item for you in blue. If you like, you could send me a sample of the color that you like, and I could just get started on your order. Go ahead and place the order. So, you're greeting them, you're giving them a call to action, what to do. You're telling them that, yes, that you could do it. And on top of that, you kind of suggesting, buy it now, and I'll start right now. So majority of times they will go ahead and buy it. So don't neglect customer service. Do not neglect it. It's like one of the most important things about your store. Just because you're not dealing with the customer face to face doesn't mean that you don't give the same customer service you would just because it's online. It should actually be even more because it's even harder to make an impression on someone to actually go ahead and buy the sale from you. Another tip that I wanted to give is do the grunt work. I know I said this in the beginning, it probably ties into the first tip. But before you ask other people questions, and I'm not saying asking questions is a bad thing, but before you ask questions or you give up or you say this doesn't work, make sure that you spend the necessary time to learn from Etsy, to learn how to do SEO, to learn how to market your product, to learn if your product actually has a demand. Be honest with yourself and be able to say, you know what? I was selling this product, it's not doing good. I'm going to remove it and add something else. Or I did this product, I thought it was really, really good, or it looked great. Now that I have a little bit more time on Etsy, I'm realizing it's not that great. Sometimes you don't sell because the product is not the best. And it's not to be mean or nasty, but sometimes, I know from my shop, there's been a lot of designs that I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking of? I thought that looked great, but to me at that moment, because I was still learning Photoshop and I was still learning to be more creative, I guess, in a sense, I thought it was great. So yeah, it was great at that moment, but because now a year and a half later, I have learned how to use Photoshop a lot more, and there's still a lot of things I don't know, but I have learned how to perfect my craft. I could go back and criticize myself and say, oh yeah, that doesn't look that great. Or I could tweak it, or I could change this, or I could add that. So just being able to put the grunt work, being able to sacrifice the time, being able to say, I'm going to take time every day to learn something new, being able to watch videos, podcasts, whatever it is, books about SEO, about selling on Etsy, best practices for Etsy, best practices for SEO. I keep saying SEO because that's one of the most important factors. But it's not the only factor, because you could do SEO correctly and then on the other hand have pictures that don't look great or sell products that people really don't want. So that could also be another factor why you're not selling. So it's not necessarily just SEO, it's a combination of all. You have to make sure that your SEO is intact. You have to make sure that your listing description is intact. You have to make sure that the products that you're selling look good. You have to make sure that your images look good. And you have to make sure that you provide great customer service. That combination of all that together will help you create a successful Etsy shop. And this is all I wanted to say on this video, but I do want to make sure that I tell people that want to give up and they're like frustrated with Etsy. After, even myself, after reviewing a couple shops, and I do it out of just to be nice to someone, because I wish somebody would have helped me in the beginning, just to be nice and be courteous and help someone else. The common thing that I notice is that no one is doing the best practices. No one is doing SEO correctly. No one is creating a killer description. They don't have a banner. They don't have an about me section. They don't have, people go in there and they're like, okay, is this store brand new? It's missing a lot of information. People get worried about buying something from a store that, it's January and they have an October banner that says Happy Halloween. So these are things that you have to take at heart and say, you know what? I have not given 150% to the store. I have not done all the research I need to do. I have not done all the learning I need to do and all the failure that you're going to do. I mean, it's just the bottom line. I have failed so much with Etsy, but at the same given token, I have done so well as well because I stuck it out. I told myself I'm going to learn graphic design. I'm going to learn how to create digital prints. I'm going to learn the process, the lingo of Etsy. I'm going to learn how to, use Photoshop, something that was so weird, not weird, but so hard for me to do. I'm going to put my mind in and I'm going to do it every day and every day. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And the more you do it, the more you craft your skill, basically. And that's just in anything in life. But you cannot be doing Etsy a month in, not even 6 months in, and say, well, I give up. It's Etsy. It doesn't work. It does work. It's just you have to put in the work. You have to pay your dues first. Some people, they might have a very unique product and they might get lucky and they might not do the best SEO, but they still, get some sales. But that doesn't necessarily work for everyone with the luck, So just do your tip, make sure you do your Etsy shop. Make sure you follow tips from people that know what they're talking about. Don't get so overwhelmed by listening to so many people, especially when you join Facebook groups or you join like forums. A lot of people, they don't even know what they're doing and they're giving you advice on it and then they're confusing you more. So just make sure you look at reputable websites. Make sure you go. Etsy has a lot of great resources. YouTube has a lot of Etsy sellers that make a lot of money online. They know what they're talking about. Listen to those people. It's okay to answer. It's okay to ask questions, but make sure that you understand the question you're asking as well. There's been so many times I tell people, your title you're using keywords are too hot. They're too competitive. You should stick with the following keywords. And then their answer is like, well, other people told me that that's the way I should do it. So I'm going to keep it that way. I'll just put the keywords on the bottom, the ones that you're telling me. And I'm like, what's the purpose of asking me? Someone that has learned this, someone that has been doing digital marketing for such a long time and has it. I'm not saying I'm an expert on Etsy, but for me to make over 20,000 the first year is pretty good actually. So just follow those steps. Make sure that you keep pushing through. Don't give up. And when you least expect it, you will have sales and everything you went through will be worth it. So make sure that, if this video has helped you or you have any questions about me doing future videos, make sure you like, comment below, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be having more videos on Etsy, tips on how to steal keywords, and a whole bunch of other stuff I'm going to be adding to my YouTube channel. So just make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much again and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.